Hi, I'm Eric Hearn. I'm a distinguished engineer here at Lenovo, and I run the R&D team for TruScale. And today I'm going to take you through a demo of the TruScale Hub. But first, I'll set the stage real quick. So we have set up with the TruScale Hub a retail example. And in our retail example, we have two kinds of meterings. One is around power metering. So that's our traditional metering where it's bare metal. So whatever is running on the server, we'll be able to just meter the power, which gives us a very good look at how much the CPUs are being utilized. And the second type of metering is VM-based metering. And so in our Raleigh office, we have a 3-node cluster, and these 3-node clusters are running SC450s, and they're running VMware-based virtualization, and you'll see the metering there. And then around the other cities, we have power-based metering on our SC70s. So these are both edge devices. But let's go look at the overall billing portal. So here I'm going to log into the billing portal using my Active Directory credentials. So this is doing a single sign-on, which is set up as part of our Lenovo TruScale Hub. And once we log in, we'll be able to see the 4 cities. So all 4 cities from a metering perspective and a billing perspective. So this is a good view of the overall solution. Here you see the 4 cities. You see that they have different subscription types, as I mentioned. I'm going to drill into the Chicago city, and here you'll see the budget that you can set up. So we've set up a $100 budget, and you can see the historic spend against that budget. If I go into the dashboard itself, the dashboard will show you all of the metering that's going on, and you'll hover over and you notice that the Raleigh site is actually generating the most amount of billing activity, which is no surprise. It is a 3-node cluster. We have set up 3 different device groups, and so we can associate assets with these device groups, as you see here. If I come over here and look at the assets themselves, you'll notice that we have all the assets showing. So we actually have the 3 nodes for the Raleigh site running the VM cluster, and you'll see 4 nodes for each of the cities set up in such a way that they're running power metering. We actually have 2 running in New York, so 2 different assets are running there. If I come over to the VM allocation metering tab, this will show you all the VMs that are detected and discovered in the Raleigh site and how much CPU, memory, and storage. So I'm going to filter out so we can just take a look at the virtual machine name, CPU, memory, and storage. Here is a good view of everything. At the very top is actually a virtual machine template that we use to provision workloads. You'll notice that there's no memory being allocated, but it's still consuming storage, so we still charge for it. And then each of the other virtual machines are showing up here. Now let's jump over to the Raleigh site. And here I'm jumping into a jump box. So it's running locally, but this is our cloud management platform as part of the TruScale Hub. It allows us to both control the provisioning as well as some of the other items in here. You'll notice that we've set up 2 different clouds. And so we have a cloud just managing the VMware infrastructure itself. And then we have a second cloud set up going out to Azure in case we want to do a hybrid environment. If I go into the analytics section and then look at utilization versus cost, here you can see how we've set up all the virtual machines. You can see the utilization of the virtual machines in a nice model like this. You can see all the different virtual machines down here and what their cost is per virtual machine. We can also look at the capacity planning of the environment. That gives you some trends. Here's the memory consumption showing here in storage consumption. You can see that we've recently provisioned a lot of workload onto this, and the trend is more or less flat or up. And then if I go look at the different types of workloads that we've provisioned from an instance type perspective, you can see we've provisioned 4 types of instances, and there's 16 instances running, and it's Ubuntu, Windows, RHEL, and Rocky. We do have a provisioning catalog that you can provision from or you can add to, enhance from, and this is our catalog showing the different types of virtual machines that we've provisioned. You can also come in here and look at the infrastructure in the cloud section. So this shows the Microsoft Azure connection that we have, and then also the VMware connection to the local environment. If I connect into VMware, now you have some more information about this cluster, showing how much CPU, memory, and storage is currently consumed, how many virtual machines there are. Discovered virtual machines represents the number of virtual machines that we've provisioned out a client to so that we can manage and monitor it. And so with that, I thank you for your time, and that's our demo.